Hello. So my name is Dr. Gia, and I am the Program Director of Scholarships here at the Life for Key Foundation. And today I'm going to walk you through what I hope to be a very important presentation where you get information that is going to challenge you and ultimately positively impact your future. Now, we're going to be here for a couple minutes, so I want you to sit tight, but keep your ears open, keep your eyes focused, and just continue to be involved because I promise you, even though this may take a little while, a couple minutes, it will be something that will be so valuable to you that you will not regret it. And the first thing we are going to do is we're going to look a little bit at what our program is and why it's going to be important to you. So we have a scholarship program called the Cutillas Scholars. And before we even get to the Cutillas Scholars, we are encouraging students and welcoming all of our public school students across the islands to come along and be a part of our campaign where we challenge you to dream again, and then we walk with you to create a plan to get to that dream so that ultimately you can be successful. Our idea is we want you to want more for yourself because we want more for ourselves. We want more for our nation. We want more for you. And so if you stay tuned, I've got a couple little videos that I would like for you to take a look at.
Greatness. It's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It's not some precious thing. Greatness is no more unique to us than breathing. We're all capable of it. All of us.
Nike encourages you to find your greatness. Now, we couldn't steal Nike's line, so we came up with our own, which is we want you to want more. Now, what I want to do before we move on is to read the poem because I think it is so very powerful. So it says greatness. It's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift that's reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars. And the rest of us, that's me and you, who are the everyday average person, can only stand by watching. Well, Nike says, and we agree, that you can forget that because greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It is not a precious thing. It is no more unique to us than breathing. So all of you who are listening to me, you are in fact breathing, which means you are in fact great. There is greatness in you. We are all capable of it, all of us. And so what we want you to do is find your greatness. And we're not just challenging you to find your greatness and just going to leave you on your own. We have put together, like I said, a campaign with a program that is going to help you to walk you through how do you find your greatness. And the first step to finding your greatness is to dream. Now, we at the Life for Key Foundation, we believe so much in education. We recognize that education is the door to open so many opportunities for us, including a better quality of life. And so the first step in dreaming is to really understand why college? Why should I do anything after high school? I mean, I've already been in school for 12 years. I'm tired. I'm done with this. I know some of you are saying that, but for those of you who are considering going to college, what are your reasons for going to college? For those of you who fell into the first category and you're like, I'm done with it. Why? Why are you done with it? What are your reasons for not wanting to go to college? And we're not asking from a place of judgment. I just want you to think about what it is that is challenging you, that is leading you to bring you to the conclusion that you have drawn. So I have four categories when we consider looking at your reasons for going or even not going to college. The first is personal. So for some of you, going to college is about a personal goal. You said, oh, my mommy and daddy, no one, in fact, in my family has ever made it through college. I want to do it. For others of you, it may not necessarily be because no one did it, but it is because someone else did it. Oh, my mommy or daddy went to this college and I want to follow in their footsteps and do it. Um, for me, it was a combination of a lot of things, but I think the main thing was when I was 7 or 8, my grandmother, who went to college as an older adult, took me on her campus, her school's campus, and we went in the cold and we walked around and we stayed in one particular section I could very vaguely remember, but it was so cool. And from then I was like, I want to go to college. What fueled that was when I got older in my teens and realized that my mommy nor my daddy actually went to college. My dad went but started but never finished. And so I was like, oh yeah, I really got to do this now. I have to do something that to make myself better, more competitive, and especially to make my parents proud and to make myself proud. And the next category of reasons could be financial. The reality is, college has financial benefits. On a study that was done using 2010 census data right here in the country, in the Bahamas, it was found that persons, after they completed a bachelor's degree, made twice, so that's double the amount of money per year than somebody who only graduated with a high school diploma. Now, the actual numbers that we have here may not necessarily mean that much to you, but what you can do to see the value of it for those of you who may, be a little more disbelieving, I want you to ask your parents or whomever it is you live with, what is the cost of rent? Ask them what their electricity bill is. Ask them what the grocery bill is per year. Get the cost of a car or what car payments look like. And then I want you to add them up. And what does this mean? It means when you get a college degree, even though you are investing your time and your own money to get there, it means that you are able to do more because you have more money. The other may be professional, and this is usually the driving factor for many of us who pursue education after high school. We do it because we need to do it. We have a particular career in mind, and the career says in order to get to that point, you have to do a 6 month certification. You have to do 2 years of technical training. Some have to do 4 years of a bachelor's degree and then some certifications and a big exam afterwards. For people like me who wanted to be a psychologist, you could do 6 years to get to the master's, or you can do 8 to 10 years to get to the doctoral degree if you want to be independent and eventually an entrepreneur. And so for me, I went through 12 years, and now I have a doctoral degree and I have the skill set and the capability to pretty much do what I want to do as it relates in my field of psychology. And so you need to consider what are the professional requirements for your goal in life. And then finally, the impact on family. And this may be a little harder to decipher and really think through because it's like, my family don't have anything to do with this. This is about me. But I don't only want you to think about your family as it relates to your siblings and your parents, but also think about your family as it relates to the one that you will create as you become an adult. And what's going to be the impact on them? Well, one, you are going to have more skills and you're going to be able to make more money. So that means you create a better quality of life. And then, even as it relates to your siblings, you now, if they're younger than you become a role model that they can look up to and they can say, oh, they went to college and now I want to do it. So you are shifting your particular family mindset. Okay, so now you've gone through the reasons. I may have hopefully convinced a couple of you who were thinking that maybe you don't want to do college or you don't want to do any kind of education after high school. I'm hoping that I convinced you that there is some value in it. And so now that you can say, okay, yes, Dr. Gia, I believe you. Now what? Well, how do you get to your more? The reality is, everything that's going to be meaningful to you is going to require work. The work may be hard at some points, but it's always worth it. And so the first thing that we want to do when we are looking at how do you get to your dream is, what are my strengths? So I think for a lot of you, you are so used to people talking about what you don't have. Oh, we don't have no money. Oh, you ain't so smart in this. Oh, you don't do this. Oh, you ain't never come from a family with that. We are not concerned about that right now. We are concerned about what are the things that you are good at. So I want you to think in your head to what people be when people say, "Oh, girl, you're so good at that. Oh, boy, you do that so good." That is what I want you to think about. What are those things that you are talented at, that you just have a natural knack for? And then from there, I want to challenge you to think about those things that you are passionate about. So, what is the thing that you can do and time passes and you don't even realize how much time has passed because you just love doing it? Or maybe you feel the time, but you enjoy it so much that you don't care that it's taking up a lot of time. So, you could wake up and it makes you feel so good inside. Those are the things that I want you to think about. Now, once you think about your talents and then you figure out what is it, the things that you're passionate for, now we're going to do some work. You're going to research. You're going to figure out how you can take your talent and your passion and how are you going to create a profession for yourself. And so let me use myself. So I'm talented from since I remember, and this people may not necessarily think of it as a talent, but it is a gift, and so a gift still falls with a talent. People have always come to me and talked to me. Like I'm always the counselor. I'm the one who everybody looks to. I'm the goody two shoes in the family. I'm the eldest child. I give the advice. I set the example. And that's just been natural for me. And so it was no surprise when I did my first psychology course in college and we talked about the different types of psychology and counseling. And I was like, oh, I like that. I love helping people. I love being a listening ear. I love that. And so it was like, oh, okay, so I'm not only good at it, but I love doing it. And then I thought about what all I could do with helping people, and I realized that these things, they just make me so happy. So I took the two of them together, and now I get to be in a job that brings me so much joy. And actually, I correct myself, it's not even a job. This is a vocation, it is a mission, it is a purpose for me to be able to build hope, to give people, be the way that people can get opportunities to get better in life, to pursue and achieve their dreams. This just, I'm so excited. If you can't hear, it just know I'm so excited to do this. And so this is what I want you to think about. What are the opportunities out there for you to put together your talents and your passion, and then you create your plan to get to where it is you want to go. Now, path, the way that plan leads out is going to look different. It may not look like how you planned it originally, but the idea is once you have a plan, then you keep working towards it. So we're going to look at a couple persons who are or have been on scholarship with us, which means that they are excellent students. And when I say excellent, I don't necessarily mean that they're all 3.0 and above. I mean that they are committed, that they are determined, that they are focused, that they are driven. And so we're going to look at their paths. The first person is Jewel. Jewel is a 2010 graduate of C.R. Walker. So she's a Knights for any of you there who are at C.R. Walker. She then graduated from the College of the Bahamas in 2014 with, guess what? A psychology degree. She is now a current student pursuing her master's in forensic psychology. Now, for Jewel, she wanted more. Her thing was she wanted to be the different. No one in her family had graduated from college. In fact, I don't think anyone had even started college. And so she wanted to be the first in her family. And then now her more is that she may, when she's done and she comes home, she may actually be the first person and definitely the first female to have a master's. So she will be certified as a forensic psychologist. I think that's pretty awesome because I know what a forensic psychologist is. She's super excited about it. She took her talent, she took her passion, and now she's forging a path for herself. Her biggest challenges, she admitted, was financial, and then the other one was underperformance. Jewel told me when we were talking that she didn't always do so well, and in fact, she didn't really catch herself until she was towards the end of 11th and 12th grade in high school, and that's when she realized that, she better pay attention and stop doing fool. But she was able to pick herself up and get on the right path, and when she was at COB, she was on scholarship with us. So that's Miss Jewel. The next person is Dathan. He is a 2009 graduate of CV Bethel. And then he went off to school to pursue construction management at New England Institute of Technology. Dathan was such a go-getter. He went for an associate's degree, and at the completion of that, then he was accepted into the bachelor's degree program, and so now he has 2 degrees in construction management, and still in his early 20s, he is a senior technician at the National Insurance Board. His professional goals are to own his own company. Let's hear a little bit from Dathan.
Good day, everyone. My name is Dathan Newton. I am a Life of Key alumni and proud to be so. I graduated from high school, which is C.V. Bethel Senior High School in 2009. I went off to college also in 2009, and I completed college in 2013 with 2 degrees, a dual associates in construction management and cabinet making, and a bachelor's in construction management. I currently work now at the National Insurance Board as a level 1 or senior technician in the buildings department. People come with that mindset that, oh, well, I'm in the government school, I can't go to college, I can't do this, money's tight. Well, I want to tell you right now that the Life of Key is giving you the opportunity to fulfill your dreams and to be able to make everything a reality. Now, I made it through the government sector. I graduated from high school, and I want you to know that you can do it too. If there's 3 words you need to remember and keep inside your mind, it's I want more. More education, more knowledge, more learning. Come on, if I could do it, you could do it.
So Dathan asks, what is your more? Tremaine is a 2013 graduate of Anatole Rogers High, and she's currently in her first year at Gupton Jones, and I will let her tell her story about her path to getting to Atlanta, where she's studying to be a mortician.
What is my more? My more is more knowledge, more love, more happiness, more power, more money. For me, education has always been something that was a huge part of my life. After high school, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get far without an education. I was never aware of which career choice best suited me until my final year of high school. But I made it my goal to not let high school be my final destination. It wasn't an easy road. I've been knocked down many times before I was able to get to this chapter in my life. I had to continuously remind myself that the harder I got knocked down, the stronger I would have been once I got back up. I graduated from high school in the year of 2013, and it took me 2 years to get to college. With that being said, there's nothing wrong with not starting college right away. Life happens. But you have to continuously remind yourself that knowledge is power and education is key. Never allow yourself to get comfortable not doing what you love to do. It will always hunt you down. Before receiving my scholarship, I had no clue how I was going to be able to pay my tuition. I worked 2 jobs for 3 months with absolutely no days off because I promised myself that one way or another, Gupton Jones College of Funeral Services was going to see me in the fall of 2015. By the grace of God, along with hard work and determination, everything worked out in my favor. To those who can't seem to see the light now, I beg of you to be patient, be humble, don't be afraid to ask for help, and always remember that faith without work is dead.
And again, Tremaine challenges you. What do you want more of? What is your more? So we're back at our desk. You see where I challenge you to dream, where we then go and we try to create a plan based on what you have, not on your limitations, and then your path to success. The final thing, and it's the final thing for this presentation, but it is really the first step for you, is to go and tell me what your more is. I want you to go to facebook.com and look for Cutillas Scholars. It's right there on the page. And you are going to like the page, and then you are going to register. So you're going to go to iwantmore242.com. You're going to put what your more is, whether it is you want to be the first in your family, you want to be the best architect, you want to be the first female person who makes, I don't know, who fixes airplanes. I don't know, but you know what it is that gets you so excited that you dream about doing. And like Tremaine said, there's nothing wrong with if you don't get to college right after high school, but we have this program developed so that we can assist you to be able to get to college right after high school. So if you want to know more about Cutillas Scholars, which is a scholarship program for public school students, then you're going to go there. You're going to tell us what your more is. You're going to register, because what's waiting ahead of you is an awesome future, and we can help you. Thank you so very much for listening, for paying attention. I look forward to meeting and interacting with all of you. I will be the person who will be sending you messages, who will be sending you assignments, who will be challenging you for what your more is and how you are going to get to it. And I am so looking forward to our journey that is ahead of us. So sign up and let's keep in contact. Have an awesome day.